on. And then I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. My desktop is so messy. Terrible. Okay. All right, so this is our getting started right call for Team Game Changers. I came up with that team name, gosh, I think like 4 years ago, just because I realized what this opportunity had done in changing my life and how I wanted it to be like the domino effect that went on to change other people's lives. So if you look at the logo, my coach Carolyn designed it, and it was meant to be like, we're like a ripple effect. Because we change our game of life and then we go on to do that for others. So that's kind of the significance behind our team name. But just a little bit about like what coaching is and what we do, because I know when you get started, it can be kind of overwhelming, but just remember that like you're here to make an impact. And really we just do 4 things more days than we don't. And there's going to be times you're overwhelmed, but you just give yourself grace and you move on. So the first thing is just get to know the products that we have. You're going to pick a workout nutrition program, and you're just going to get committed to checking into the groups, cheering others on. And I always know that it's more inspiring to watch someone from the beginning of their journey than just saying like, oh, I finished Morning Meltdown 100, here's my 100-day results. People want to see the messy middle as well. I'm actually just going to go ahead and...
I can't see your screen.
You can't?
I can't.
Oh, can everyone else?
Yeah.
I can see your screen, Mariah.
Okay. It might just be because I'm on my phone.
Oh.
So, you're fine.
Sorry. Can you maybe go ahead and
swipe over? I can see it. Never mind.
Okay. Can you guys mute yourselves, and then we'll take it off mute at the end? Okay, cool. Okay, so you're just gonna do your thing. You're gonna follow your nutrition plan, you're gonna follow your workout, you're gonna drink your shake, and then you're just gonna share it with others. And you're doing exactly what Mariah has done. I know that she's been out talking to you guys. You could do it like on social media, you can do it in person. However, you're just sharing your results and what this has done for you. And a lot of times when I started and when other people start, they have no belief in themselves because something got you to the point of wanting to change your life or do something different. And so we are that belief in other people until they can grab that hold of that belief and believe in themselves. I encourage everyone to start with their why. Coaching isn't hard, but oftentimes we can make it hard. And in those hard times, it would be really easy to quit, to do something else, to say this is too hard. I don't want to do the hard things if we don't have our why in mind. So I always suggest everyone come up with some fuel, why you're doing this. So like, why did you sign up to be a coach? Why do you want to change? Why do you want to help others change? What things matter to you? Like, what could this opportunity do for you physically, emotionally, financially? This goes so much beyond just working out and eating right. And then I encourage you to just make a list of what's important to you and what's going to push you forward, or even a vision board. This is my 2020 vision board that I'm actually printing off tomorrow in Office Max, like in a poster size to go on my office wall, and then a smaller copy to go like on my fridge or in my bathroom, right by my bed. So it's the first thing I see. But it's just the things that are important to me. There's some goals on there, but there's like traveling with my husband, being a present and patient mom. You're gonna find out like more about my journey and other teammates' journeys as we go on. But I was a classroom teacher of 12 years who went on to coach and teach. And then I eventually used this to leave my full-time teaching job. So now I stay home with our one son, who is still at home with me, and am able to devote more time to him and my family and coaching. And so originally that was the why that propelled me forward, was leaving my teaching job. But then the problem is I came home. Now I'm at home. I needed to find something else to propel me forward, so that I didn't become like stagnant and quit growing. And so I realized I could do the same thing I was doing in the classroom, but use our fit communities and our team as my way to continue to teach just different content to different students, quote unquote. So this is my why of the year, and the things that are going to kind of keep me going in 2020 when coaching gets hard, when there's months where I struggle, when it feels like sometimes I'm alone. These are the things that are going to help keep me going. And you got to think about what matters most to you as well. And we'll be talking about that more in the coming days as you come out and share about you starting to coach and why you decided to do it. I just wanted to show you guys some resources. Your Coach Online Office. I don't know if you have been able to be in there yet, but I'm showing you, like, I'll show you how to get into it. We have some Facebook groups, our team page, which you guys have been introduced in there. Inside the team page, there's files. We have a link to our team Google Drive. There's the training units you can go through as a new coach. There's the Team Beachbody 411 Facebook page. That's where the National Wake Up Call is every Monday. They post lots of information about new programs. If you're wanting more information, the Beachbody Champions page is a good resource. And then we'll make sure you're all added into the Team Game Changers free wellness community. It is like basically our free group on Facebook. So it's a way for you to invite others to join us for different challenges, different clean eating weeks, so that you can add value to their lives and show them kind of what it's like to be a part of our fit community. You want to be sure that you're in our groups on the My Challenge Tracker app so you can be participating and seeing how they're run. And I'm always fine, and I'm sure Kelsey is too, with having you join like our challenge groups. And when you're ready to run one on your own, you don't have to think like, gosh, I have to create all that content that they post. The online office has a ton of it, as well as our team Google Drive has lots of old challenge group guides you could use if you wanted to do your own posting. Anytime you kind of have a question about coaching, you can use the Coach FAQ to just search in anything. Like when Kelsey and I were working on a issue earlier, I saw she had pulled up, like she just typed in what she was looking for and she got her question answered. You can use Google and YouTube, but sometimes, you know, that is like going down a rabbit hole. And then I encourage you to tune in to the National Wake Up Call. It is our corporate call that happens every Monday at 10 a.m. Central. It's a live Facebook video. And if you can't catch it live, you can go back to the page anytime and watch it. I like to listen to the podcast. They upload them a little bit later in the day. And so I listen to them in the car. And then we are going to start next week having twice a month team calls. And then we could increase the frequency as well. I used to run my team calls with 2 other coaches, but now I'm the one that is still continuing to lead a team. So my husband and I are going to be leading the team calls, and we just have kids that are getting busier. So we're going to try every other week and see how that goes. So those are your resources. Here is how you get into your Coach Online Office. So you're going to go to teambeachbody.com. You're going to sign into your account just like you would if you were making an order or checking an order. And then you click on Coach Office. You log in again with your information. It's always the same for all Beachbody things. And then there are lots of tools and resources here. Monitor Your Business is where you're going to go in and get your direct deposit set up so you can get paid. You want to be sure you do that right away. Grow your business is where you go to access Share a Cart, and that is how you send shopping carts of products to your clients. So those are some great tools as well. Okay, here is our team page. If you have been in there, it's set up as a social learning page, so there are units. If you go to the side of the page and click on units, they are all there. This weekend, I redid them all. I put them in order. I made sure all the video links work. You do not have to watch all of the videos. You can go in order. You can see which ones pertain to you right now if you have questions, but it's literally everything from social media, setting up how to get paid, how to send a Share a Cart, how to use the My Challenge Tracker app. So that goes on along the team page, as well as that's where like I try to be sure I'm posting something every day. That's where we recognize people for achieving things and welcoming coaches. And then my goal for 2020 is basically to turn our team page into like a challenge group where we're holding each other accountable for our business building activities too as a coach. So it's not just me like vomiting like tons of information on the team, but we're really holding each other accountable for our goals of helping people, because ultimately that's why we're here regardless of our why, is we have some desire to help others. Okay, I told you at the beginning that coaches do 4 things. And if you have any questions as we go on, I don't know if you guys see in the bottom, there's a chat. You can type in the chat and we can come back to it. Or I can stop when I see it come across and we can answer it too, but it's just like a little chat box and you can type in it. So as a coach, we do 4 things. We're proof of the products. So you're doing your workout, drinking your shake, following your nutrition plan. We want to share our results and our experience and connect with others and invite them to join us. And oftentimes we can't just invite them one time. We might get told no some. Come back. Sometimes people just aren't ready. So that's where the following up comes into play. But if you're going to be told no and you're going to be stepping outside your comfort zone to talk to people in person and on social media, you need to be doing some form of personal development to grow, to change, to open your mind. So even just 10 minutes a day is going to help your mindset. And I recommend it being on an area of your life that you just want to get a little bit better at. And in 2020, we're doing something new on the team page where we're kind of doing all the same kind of personal development. I'm kind of reading a couple of different things at once because that's just how I roll. You don't have to read. You can listen to audiobooks. You can listen to podcasts. But the personal development that I picked for January is actually a Mel Robbins course, and it's free, which is one of the reasons I picked it. And some of her personal development is something that has really helped me, and it's on having your best decade ever and dreaming big. And I think with this opportunity that we have as coaches, this is an opportunity to make some of our dreams come true, but we need to actually learn how to dream again, because sometimes that's kind of squashed out of us. So that is a personal development opportunity you have available to you as being part of our team. And then along with getting your own results, you want to help your coaches and clients get results as well. So I'm just going to very quickly walk through kind of what those things mean. This sheet here I have in the team page. You can find it in the online office, but this is kind of like the job description of what a coach does. Now, if you look at that, like it's the 4 things I just talked about: proof the products, connecting, inviting, and following up, getting people results, and doing personal development. It's just a checklist. A lot of people take this, they copy one of them and they laminate it and they just like use a white erase board marker and check off every day. The back of it has a list of names just so you can keep track of who you're talking to. If you want to use a notebook, if you want to use a spreadsheet, whatever organization system you want to use. But it's just a way of you to keep track of what things you're doing as a coach. The part I like most is this part about updating your Instagram or Facebook story throughout the day. It gives you some ideas of what kind of things you should share so that you're not just sharing about coaching. I'm super guilty because I have little kids, of just kind of sharing my coaching life, because I don't want to be the mom who's constantly like walking around talking to my phone. So I can let a day kind of get away from me, and I realize all I've done is like share my food or my workout, or invited to a challenge group. People want to know all parts of us, so it gives you some ideas of what you could post to your stories. We can like dive into that more, but these list of things are things that the CEO has actually done research, and he's proved that people who are doing these things are the people who are increasing their business. They're helping more people. Their checks, their weekly Thursday morning checks are increasing. They're known as the increasers. So this is like proven things you can do if you want to be successful as a coach. And if I always suggest, like, if you do it a week and it doesn't work, don't just give up, because then it's going to take you longer to get to your desired goal. But like just being consistent is going to breed that confidence and allow you to go on to tackle more habits or more tasks as a coach, or invite more people, or step out of your comfort zone a little more, because you're going to see results in that consistency, and then that confidence is going to soar. Okay, so the first vital behavior is you guys have your workout. I recommend following like the workout schedule that's on BOD. And then which nutrition plan are you following? Are you following the containers with the ultimate portion fix, or are you using 2B mindset? I know most of my clients and coaches are using the containers with me, but the picture I posted of myself, if you saw my post last night, is perfect example of what happens when you're not following a nutrition plan. And that's what happened to me over the holidays. It happens. It's one of the first times in my coaching business where I've actually gained weight, and I realized it was happening, but I was like, I can't share that because coaches shouldn't gain weight. And that's so not true. Like, we're not supposed to be perfect. People are inspired by seeing all parts of us. And it was a post of Kelsey's that reminded me, like, you need to be real. You need to be authentic. And so I shared, for lack of a better word, I shared my shit yesterday. And that is more relatable than like if I had stayed completely on point over Christmas and I had lost weight or I had maintained my results. I also know I've learned to live a lifestyle. So it's just following your nutrition plan most of the time. And then drinking your shake. The next vital behavior is sometimes the hardest one. It's one that my coach never told me I needed to do, and it took me a really long time once I realized I was supposed to be doing it to kind of get my business unstuck. Because I was a teacher, I had a really big warm market of people who like saw what I was doing. They saw me getting results. They came to me, or I maybe asked them to join me once and they said yes. And I grew my business really fast until I didn't have any more people to help. But I hadn't been expanding my network. I hadn't been inviting other people. And so then it made my business really hard. Whereas if I just would have started doing these things right away. So the way you can share your journey is on posts through Facebook or Instagram, whichever is your jam. I use both of them, but I post the same things to them. I post several times a day on Facebook, but only once a day on Instagram. You just have to find what works for you, what time of the day your people are on. Like, I'm significantly older than you guys. So like my market is like busy moms. And so it's early in the morning and later at night. And so both of these posts are two different examples of just me sharing a little bit about my journey. And then at the end, I have a call to action. I'm asking them to join us in some way. The third picture is just of a message I sent to connect with someone who had hit in my stories that I post on Facebook and Instagram. I had posted a poll, and when you're posting the poll stickers, it's always good to give like two positive options, like yes or for sure. You have like no reason to respond to someone who says no, they don't want to do this with you. So this is just a message I sent someone who liked my post or clicked on my poll. And it's like, hey, Heather, happy Monday. I saw your GIF on my post. Thanks for your interest in the new bar. workout. I'm excited to start the new year with a new program. You can try it out here. Then I gave her directions on how to jump into our sneak peek. If someone is viewing my story, I just watch the story views and then I just thank them for viewing my story or for voting in my poll. And here's how you can get information. And it's always good to end like with a question, like, are you on a health and fitness journey too? Or do you have goals for the new year? So then they have something to respond back to you on. And there's lots of different scripts in the team page. Scripts aren't bad. I would just encourage you to personalize it and make it sound like you. Like you would never see me sending like a message that says, hey girl, because that's not how I talk. So if I were to use a script, I rewrite them in the notes on my phone and send them out that way. And I always personalize them to the person. I'm never just copying and pasting and sending the same message to 5 different people or whatever. So that's a big portion of what we do. Here's that personal development piece. You might think of it as like self-help, but I think we all need a little help from time to time on changing our life and changing our mindset. There are so many different options. There's a file in the team page as well as in our fit community under the files of hundreds of different options of books and podcasts, and they're organized by like topic. So like if you want to work on confidence, you maybe want to read You Are a Badass. If you want to work on habits and developing like a morning routine and not hitting snooze, you maybe would want to read the 5-second rule. If you want to quit caring what people think about you, read Girl Wash Your Face. These are just some of my favorite books. Right now I am reading Braving the Wilderness by Brene Brown. I have a bookshelf full of books that I have read. But like podcasts are another great option. I know Kelsey enjoys listening to podcasts. I used to listen to a ton of podcasts in the car, but now my kids want to listen to music. So my podcast time has been cut in half. But I listen to a lot of podcasts when I'm like doing the dishes or folding laundry. It's a way I can kind of multitask, and I can just jot down little notes in the notes in my phone if I have any. So I encourage you after this call to come up with your why, come up with your post if you haven't about becoming a coach, and pick your personal development. That's going to be a huge part of you coaching. And then you want to get people results. That's why we're here. We are getting results. Even if you don't have your results yet, like I'm not at my after yet. I probably never will be, because I realize now this isn't about the number on a scale. This isn't about the size on the back of my pants. For me, this is a journey. This is about me feeling better physically, mentally, emotionally. For me, this is my anxiety medication. If I did not have this, I would for sure need to be medicated. There's nothing wrong with medication. It's just not something I personally want. But I have found working out first thing in the morning calms me, kind of lights me up. If I'm tired, if I'm feeling like I had a crappy night, working out is like that, flipping that switch for me. I tell people it was my gateway drug to other types of growth. I got into this to work out. I did the 21-day fix. Through that, I discovered, oh, I need to eat better. Oh, the way I'm thinking and the way I'm living isn't always right. I can change some things through personal development. Oh, I can use this to get mentally and emotionally stronger. And so we want to have that for other people too. We want to help them get their own transformation like we're getting or we have got. And we do that through, I believe challenge packs offer the best solution, because it's everything. It's the fitness and the nutrition, and being sure they're in a fit community. A lot of times you may hear them called challenge groups. I've just personally moved away from that, because I kind of got heard through, from just friends and family that they thought challenge groups were like intimidating because it was like a challenge. And I had a lot of people who weren't competitive, and they thought it was like you were competing for something. So now I've tried to turn the kind of groups that we run into what that is a community. Like sometimes when we meet in person, we forget that we have never met in person because we're online friends, and we just come together to share our successes and our crappy things and our strengths and our weaknesses. And then if you have people who don't want to join the community, I still encourage them to join, if even for the resources, because there's so many files and meal plans and different things that they can get. But just check in with them and make sure they're on track and they're liking their product and they're following their workout. Okay, some of you are really, I know Mariah is really close to Emerald. I know Kelsey is really close to Diamond. So as coaches, we have ranks. And your first goal as a coach is to hit what's called Emerald rank. And that is just, I don't know why it says 3. It should say helping 2 people with their program and their Shakeology. And you're gonna place those on what's called your left and right leg, and I'll show you a picture of that. And then as coaches, we wanna hit what's called Success Club, and that is just helping 3 people a month with a challenge pack or with a home direct order of Shakeology, and I'll show you some different examples of ways you can hit Success Club. And if you were to hit Success Club in any 3 months in your first 6 months as a coach, you actually earn a free ticket to Summit. They changed that. It used to be you needed to hit Success Club the first 3 months. So like those of you who signed up in January, you would need to hit Success Club in January, February, and March, and you would earn a free Summit ticket. Now they have changed that to any 3 months, your first 6 months of coaching. And January counts as month 1. So like the next 5 months. So here's Emerald. Put you in the top, if you will, and you sign a coach on your left, you sign a coach on your right. When you hit that rank, a coach on your left and a coach on your right, you are considered Emerald. That is when your business truly opens, because that is when you can start accumulating the volume of your downline and the people below you. And when that happens, not only do you earn a commission from your clients, you're going to earn something called a team cycle bonus, which basically means Beachbody is paying you for helping more people. It's not money that comes out of like what Kelsey earns or what you earn. It is Beachbody actually giving you a bonus. And that is when the residual income builds up, because you'll be cycling on all the orders below you. So that's the first thing you want to do so you can actually open your business. And how do you do that? You do that by hitting Success Club every month. It's helping 3 to 5 new people with a challenge pack. Beachbody rewards you with these, like the swag. This year it is at 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and 12 months, and it doesn't need to be consecutive, but those are the awards. So like the first month, it's a tank or a t-shirt. The 3rd month, it is a puzzle. The 6th month, it is 2 Shakeology, like those hooded blankets. 9 months, it's a sweatshirt, and 10 or 12 months is one of those like Theraguns, which I really want. One of those like precision guns for sore muscles. And so if you are getting close to hitting Success Club, you want to make sure like you're going to hit that 5 by having a challenge pack, which is 2 points, an HD order of Shakeology is 2 points, or this performance stack is 2 points. You want to be sure that you have a Shakeology order on HD that month, and you will start collecting the prizes, but also the commissions from that as well. And through hitting Success Club is actually how I've earned Beachbody Success Club trips as well. Okay, I know Mariah already made her post, but you want to come out on social media as a coach. And you guys, you can do that without, you don't need to like include a bunch of information about your program or like say I'm a Beachbody coach. You can just tell people you're starting this fit community or this challenge or this program. This is why I'm doing it. This is how I felt before. Here's how I'm feeling now. I want you to join me. And when you do those kind of posts, you can go ahead and tag whoever your coach is. You can tag Kelsey. You can tag me. One, so we see them. Sometimes social media gets cluttered, but just so that your team can cheer you on. You're never alone in this. We're always here to help and support you. If you want to run that post by your coach, if you're not sure about it, you can do that as well. But just a little something about what you're doing, why you're doing it. Include a picture of you. Always, whenever possible, and try to include pictures of you rather than like a stock photo of something Beachbody came out with, because people aren't signing up to work with Beachbody Mariah or Beachbody Crystal. They're signing up to work with Mariah and Crystal and Kelsey and Lindy. You're just connecting them with those products and tools, but you're the secret sauce behind it. Okay, your first invites are just going to be to who is around you. Who are your friends? Who are your family? Who is liking your posts on social media? Who is watching your story? And you can just thank them for supporting you and let the conversation go from there. It doesn't need to be something super formal. You don't need to go through all the scripts and invites on the team page. I know Kelsey has tagged Mariah in some of them, but just make them sound like you and just talk to them about what you're doing. And never be afraid to talk about the value of it if cost is an issue. Always just talk about what it has done and what it is doing for you. Okay, here's just a little snippet of my Instagram. So you're going to want to be sure that your profiles on social media are sent to public. You're going to want to be sure that you're not just posting about Beachbody. Find 5 other things that you talk about or that you're about. So for me, it's like motherhood. Like I am a boy mom. They're crazy, so I talk about that a lot. I am like obsessed with ice cream. We live at the lake from our camper in the summer, so that's a huge part of our life. I talk about my faith life. I talk about personal development a lot, and I always put like that teacher spin on it. You might want to begin like a highlight reel like you see here on Instagram. You might want to make a link tree for your bio, and we can show you how to do all that as well. It's just a free website that will allow them to click on any of our sneak peeks or join our free wellness community. And you can look at mine if you would like to follow and friend the other coaches on our team so you can kind of see what we're posting about. But always make it your own, but it might just give you some ideas or some inspiration. And then just to show up in some way daily, whether that's in your posts or in your stories, and just show the real you. And then it's always important to respond to comments. People like to see that you're answering them, and that's how you continue the conversation. You can go ahead and move that conversation to an inbox as well, because you want to eventually be asking about their goals. Okay, so here's like the truth bomb of it. If you look at this, your fitness journey versus your business journey, it's the same. Results don't happen overnight. You have to be consistent. You have to track, just like you're tracking your containers or you're crossing off your workouts. You have to track your business too. Who are you talking to? When you stop, your results are going to stop and you're going to get further away from your goal. Don't compare yourself to anyone else because we're all on a different journey. Everyone's stories are all different, and don't overcomplicate it. It's the same for your fitness journey as your business journey, and it's going to work if you work it. Times that I choose not to do my business building activities, or times I choose not to follow my nutrition plan, I don't have the results I want. This is just a little visual on commissions, and it just shows like what hitting, so basically what could an extra $800 do for you in the next couple of months. So if you sign up 3 customers with challenge packs 1 month, and then how that residual income is going to carry over when you sign 3 new customers, so that by the end of those 3 months, you would have a commission of around $800, along with like the additional Success Club prizes and such. Now, I'm someone who is motivated by money. That's my personality. I'm a Ruby personality. I'm competitive. But if money was the only reason I was in coaching, I would have quit a long time ago. So don't use that as your only motivator if that's something that motivates you. So here's kind of like your to-do for like the next while is start your program and your shake if you haven't. Pick your personal development. Make your post like, hey, I'm a coach now. Read the new coach welcome guide that I'm going to email you. Check out the units in the team page. Just start sharing your life. It can be about your workouts, what you like, about your day, whatever, what you're reading about in your personal development. Start inviting people to join you. Don't get overwhelmed. Just have conversations with people, whether it's in person or on social media. And then you're going to work on hitting Emerald. And I know Mariah is super close to that. Okay. That was a lot. And I only have 40 minutes because my Zoom runs out. But you can unmute yourself. And if we need to click on the link again, you can click on it and we could come back and answer any questions. What do you guys got?
Will that link be shared with us so we can go through what you just went over again?
Yeah, I will email it to you if you just send me your email.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I'll record, this is recorded, so I'll upload it to YouTube and post it as well so you can like rewatch it or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. Kelsey, is there anything else?
No, I think don't overcomplicate things is the biggest thing. It can be as hard or as simple as you make it. And Mariah, I know we've had a lot of conversations. It's a lot to take in. And like we've both told you, both Lindy and I, is ask questions. We're still learning ourselves. So it's a lot to take in, but don't get frustrated because it is what you make it. And it's fun. And it can be fun if you don't overcomplicate it.
I think the funnest part is the community.
Yep.
And like there's times that's why I want to get a team call going again. It's not fun when you have to do it alone.